we're checking out the top 10 new games coming in December 2025. So this month. It is from Gameranx. Gameranx. Yeah, from Gameranx. I freaking love them. They know what people want, what they need. But also, the voiceovers is pretty good. The videos are no bullshit. Straight to the case. So here we are, Vikings. Top 10 new games that is coming this month. And if they continue what they usually continue on for, about, whatever it's called, we also get a few other announcements. Maybe not announcements. But here we go.
December. The season of joy, as they call it, or maybe it's the season of stress shopping? I don't know. December is not typically a big month for the biggest games because you're really playing with fire
This month
if
it
you've
is.
got any kind of game of the year aspirations. That doesn't mean there aren't some big games coming out. Whether or not they turn out to be great, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but we can tell you there are some big ones coming. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and the top 10 new games of December 2025. Starting off with number 10, it's Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We've been talking about this one on the Falcon Show some because Tribute Games, man, officially
never heard about
they're
it.
the folks behind Shredder's Revenge, the absolutely stellar leader of the pack in the whole beat-em-up revival thing that's going on. Perhaps more importantly, though, a lot of the people involved with Tribute Games were the people who made Scott Pilgrim vs. the World the game, which I credit as being the kind of granddaddy of the beat-em-up revival. They're in the process of developing a sequel for that game, but they're about to drop upon us.
Marvel? What the hell was it called? Marvel Alliance? Ultimate Alliance. Yeah, I think that was the name. Ultimate Alliance. That was one hell of a game. Well, games. Where's the third one? Also the X-Men game. X-Men Legends. Those two? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Disney. Hey! What?
What looks like a phenomenal follow-up to the old X-Men arcade game. This one sets you in the midst of an alien invasion led by Annihilus. You and two friends, if you so desire, pick from up to 15 Marvel heroes. You pick two of them because you can tag team switch between them for combos and stuff like that. It looks just wonderful. I mean, these guys are the absolute top of the line as far as pixel art goes in games like this. I cannot wait to play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. There is a demo out. I have at this point played it. It is, I cannot wait to play this game. I'm not going to have to wait too long either because it's launching on December 1st for pretty much everything. Windows, the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and the Nintendo Switches, all coming out December 1st. I know we're going to be there. Are you going to be there? I know one thing a lot of you aren't is actually...
I'm not going to be there, but hell yeah. There's a big W. We need more games like this. From Marvel. Of all.
Subscribe to this channel. Believe it or not, tons of people, more people than not who watch these videos are not subscribed. And if they would, do us the kindness of subscribing. It helps us out a great deal. So if you enjoy what we do here, please do us a solid. Click subscribe. We thank you a ton for doing that, and we hope that it brings you stuff that you want to see. Again, huge thanks to everybody
They're
who
awesome.
subscribe. Let's get back
So do it!
the video. Moving on to number 9, it's Red Dead Redemption. The Old West is riding again. Obviously, this has already been released to modern platforms to some extent. But now we're getting it on PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2. We're getting it on iOS and Android, and we're getting it on Netflix games. Now, this is significant.
That's freaking maddening. That we're getting... I remember booting up Red Dead Redemption on PS3. And now we're getting it on mobile. We're playing Red Dead Redemption on mobile and Netflix. Times have changed. One day we'll be playing God of War on our mobile, huh? Kish.
Because if you got a phone and you have a Netflix account, you've got Red Dead Redemption. I mean, you don't have it yet. And when it does come out, you'll have it. That's friggin' phenomenal, because most of us do have Netflix accounts at this point, and most of us do have a phone. Now, granted, you're going to have to buy it if you buy it on PS5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2, and that's a pretty hefty $49.99 purchase for a 2010 game. But if you do have the previous version, like you bought the PS4 remaster and you want it on PS5, you do get the upgrade for free. That's going to be landing on December 2nd, so if you're...
A remaster is awesome, but think about remaking this game, huh?
If
Wow.
you're playing Red Dead in 4K at 60 frames per second. In the case of with Nintendo Switch 2, with DLSS, then yeah, you won't have to wait too long. I'm absolutely putting it on my Switch 2 and my friggin' phone. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to put on your phone, so I'm doing that too. At number 8 is Skate Story. I don't know. The name of this game doesn't really, I think, prepare you for what it is. I don't know if you've seen videos of the demo of this game, but it's an indie skate
story.
adventure. Yes. Skate Story, it does tell you that element of it, but it takes place primarily in hell. Like Satan handed you a skateboard.
Hold on, did he just say hell? Let's go.
And said, go skate to the moon and swallow it. If you can do that, you are free. This is not what maybe I would call it Demon Skate Story or Skate Nightmare or Underworld Skate Story. Like, I actually wasn't able to check out the demo on this, but there is indeed a demo of it. And I've watched some videos at this point this morning. I'm definitely interested. There is no other skating game that looks like this, and the controls look pretty smooth. I'm definitely going to give the demo a shot, and if that turns out to play as good as it looks, I'm going to pick it up.
I like when games just, okay, let's try something new. Let's do something none has done before. Let's bring an art style nobody has heard before. Let's mix a little skate in there.
On December 8th when it lands on PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC. At number 7 is Code Violet. This game is certainly not officially Dino Crisis.
December 12th? 12th? That's next week? Holy shit, I gotta check the price. It's coming exclusively to PlayStation 5. It looks so shit, but I do want to play it. I do want to play it. I do want to play it.
Crisis 4, but
wow.
I mean, this is what Dino Crisis would look like if it was made now, right? And believe me, a lot of people want such a thing.
Okay, so what I mean about shit is just the way the animation is. The controls seem just shit, but, you know, everything... Usually, games control better than they look to control.
Now, I can't tell you if it's actually a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis, but I can tell you they're definitely cashing in on the vibe. And I'm also kind of fine with if it's not a full-on spiritual successor, if it's really a sort of original game that looks like Dino Crisis, I'm alright with that. Also, if it is a Dino Crisis-like, I'm good with that too, as long as the game's good, and to be frank, it does look pretty cool. This was going to come out November 14th, but they delayed it so that they didn't collide with...
And I mean, I do like dinosaurs, so it's a no-brainer. We for sure, I need to contact the developers. Hey, you want to help a Viking out?
Black Ops 7, which also gave them a little extra polish time, which honestly they probably need significantly less than Black Ops 7 needed, and not just some extra polish time, but literally another year in the oven. Super undercooked game. I'm sorry, I'm still a little pissed off about Black Ops 7. This game looks good though, so I'm excited to play it. It's landing December 12th, and it is a PS5 exclusive, at least at launch. Moving on to number 6, it's Sleep Awake, the new game from Blumhouse Games, helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops The Line fame.
Blumhouse. Holy shit. We still haven't played that new horror game they released. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it looks like Dead Space. Holy shit. We gotta get our hands on that. Wow, there's so many games and so little time, but we have to find somewhere to fit it in the schedule because that looks hell of a good. It does. And Blumhouse, they make good games and good movies. Shit, it's a no-brainer.
As well as Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails fame. You play as Katja, and you wake up in the last known city on Earth, and if you sleep, you straight up vanish. That's the end. I mean, we don't really know if that's the end, but we know that anybody who sleeps disappears. You might be able to guess that because people aren't sleeping, everything around you is insane. There's cults and experiments and basically a vibe of sleep equals extinction. So it's a survival horror with stealth and puzzle solving. And honestly, it looks really interesting.
Holy
Obviously,
shit.
you know, Spec Ops The Line goes super hard with its themes, and Nine Inch Nails is Nine Inch Nails. I don't know what else to say about them, but clearly we have not gotten a game from Corey Davis and Robin Fink, so I don't know what the hell this is going to end up being. I can tell you it looks cool, and I will play it when it comes out December 2nd on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series.
December 2nd? The day of the recording. That's tomorrow.
And number 5, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora From the Ashes.
That's
a
a
new
good
story
game.
pack for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which
It's
is
a really
time to
good
hit
game.
alongside Avatar Fire and Ash.
They really capture the vibe of the Avatar franchise, the movies. They really do. The way they made the world. I mean, Ubisoft and environments. They always get the vibe on that. Always great environment. It's just everything that's inside the world is just. Nah.
I don't care
but
a
this
whole
is
lot about
better than
Avatar.
that.
I've made that very clear. But I do actually think Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is a pretty cool game. Certainly above average for what you can expect from Ubisoft. So I think
Yes,
it's maybe
exactly.
worth checking out.
Above
This one
average.
is available as a standalone add-on for owners of the base game, or as a big bundle that includes the base game, the expansion, and some bonus Banshee color patterns. This one takes place on the western frontier, which is charred and under siege, so it's actually quite a bit different than the sort of lush, undisturbed foresty vibe of the rest of the game, and indeed the movies up until this point. The movie's Fire and Ash. This one is dealing with Fire and Ash, so clearly it's a pretty big shift in tone. From the Ashes is landing on PC, PS5, Xbox Series, and Amazon Luna, December 19th. Moving
Hell
on to
yeah.
number 4, it's
Let's
Octopath
go.
Traveler 0, which actually takes the whole Octopath Traveler thing, and instead of giving you some preset heroes to choose from, you create a protagonist, and you can recruit a party from over 30 different people, NPCs, I guess, and avenge your hometown called Wishvale,
Okay,
which
not
is
that kind of
destroyed
game.
in a blaze. You want to track down the people who destroyed your town, and you want to rebuild everything you lost. It's basically everything you normally get from Octopath Traveler, with the, of course, customizable protagonist added in, the break and boost combat system, all that stuff. But you also have a town building layer. Like, you kind of have a Sim City in the midst of this JRPG. So I think, honestly, a really cool sounding follow-up
Okay.
in this series. I'm excited to play it. I love Octopath Traveler, though. I eat that crap up. Octopath Traveler 0 is coming December 4th to PC, the PlayStations, Xbox Series, and the
Okay. It looks cool. It does. It's just, I don't know, like, these kind of games, I don't know if I've got, even can play these. It's just plain boring. But at the same time, kind of cool. But it's the art style and just the gameplay perspective and all that.
Nintendo Switches. And at number 3, it's Terminator 2D No Fate. This is a 2D action platformer based on T2 Judgment Day. You end up playing as Sarah Connor, as the T-800, as John Connor. You have to fend off the T-1000. You have to ride motorcycles. And, I mean, there's no Judgment Day straightforward-ass 2D arcade game, and now there is. I'm good with this. Also,
Hell yeah.
apparently you're going to be able to make a no fate choice that completely changes the plot of things and changes around how everything plays out. They've kept that really close to the vest, but I'm definitely excited to play it. This one's landing December 12th on PC, the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
And number 2 is Routine, a horror game set in a abandoned lunar facility. Got a bit of a retro, futuristic 80s look to it. What I find particularly interesting about this, aside from all of the coverage it's gotten from demos and gameplay footage that's been released, etc., it's the tagline. The main threat is you. I don't know exactly what that means. It's intriguing, though. Anyway, if you've been craving a new, setting for a horror game, this definitely doesn't look like something we've been through, at least recently, that I can remember. Routine is landing December.
So it looks like a camera filter. Not a big fan of that, but I don't know.
4th on PC and the Xbox.
Looks interesting beside the filter.
And finally, at number 1, guys, I am super excited for this.
Metroid Prime 4.
It's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I mean, it has been a long time coming, this one. I'm not even sure what to say about it exactly, but there's a bunch of new stuff in this Metroid Prime. Yes, you got all of the stuff that you'd expect, the armor, the first-person perspective, the art style. It all looks just exactly like what I want, especially after the remaster of Metroid Prime a while back. But they're giving her new psychic powers. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm sure it probably means something like kinesis from Dead Space or something like that. But I'm just kind of interested in the new motorcycle. There's a motorcycle in this Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, you may not have caught it on the Nintendo Direct a couple of months ago, but it looks like we have an open world and you can traverse it with this motorcycle.
Wow.
And I think that's very interesting. I think it has an odd Death Stranding meets extreme action feel to it if you've looked at the footage. The main gameplay looks like it's back to being the absolute treat that Metroid Prime is. I'm honestly tickled pink about this whole thing. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is landing as a Switch exclusive, of course, on December 4th. I do have some bonus games
that's
for
close.
you. First off, Unbeatable.
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? I knew it. I knew it. Huh? I knew they were gonna add some extras.
Which is an indie rhythm adventure game. It actually got delayed from an earlier launch, but that's going to be landing on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series December 9th. Next is Warhammer 3 Tides of Torment. This is a DLC for the base game, of course. The Total War Warhammer games are just fun. Tides of Torment is, of course, new stuff. There's also a free update coming with this. That's landing on PC December 4th.
It looks so epic.
Basically, if Far Cry and Turok were mixed up into a soup. This one's a survival FPS. You're on a Pacific island, and there are dinosaurs. That's a great concept for a game.
We played the demo, but it was very unfinished. It looked kind of cool. I just didn't understand the whole aspect of it. What is the gameplay loop? How, what's the whole overarching arc? You know? I couldn't really understand what the hell was going on.
As far as I'm concerned, your mission is to find your missing brother.
But you can control dinosaurs.
Survive. Not just dinosaurs, there's other enemies as well, but dinosaurs are a big deal. Apparently, there's a lot going on here. You can study the wildlife, you can look into the island's secrets, you can even form alliances. You can befriend raptors, and you can sick them on unsuspecting mercenaries, I guess. It's an interesting looking game.
Next is Ashes of Creation. Has a release. This is an early access alpha that's opening up on Steam. This is, of course, a big old MMORPG launching into early access on...
I've seen some negative comments about this game. That it's still, unfinished and nearly unplayable. But then on the other side, I've heard good things. I don't know.
December 11th on PC. Moving on, we've got Destiny 2 Renegades, a big expansion with a new campaign. I'm not sure if this is going to help with the confusion problem that Destiny 2 kind of exists in, but Destiny 2 gameplay is still good gameplay. This is landing on PC, PS5, Xbox Series.
There's one thing... Hey! If there's one thing Destiny 2 has going for itself, it's the gameplay. Well, that's fucking it.
On December 2nd. And finally, we have a DLC expansion for Pokemon Legends
That looks
ZA
shit.
called Mega Dimension, which is coming to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 on December 10th. Honestly, pretty full month. There's some stuff I'm definitely going to play on here. But what
A
about
lot of
you?
stuff.
Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed,
But I mean, Pal World, go and play that instead. Also, have you seen, I don't know if you can see it in here, but the background, look at the house, it looks so shit. This could definitely, like, is Switch 2 really that big of a deal? I feel like they could have, either it's the games, or it's just that, yeah, I know Nintendo had never cared about graphics, but I just feel like, is it really that big of a jump? But a good month, and this is December? Holy shit. And just think what we'll get next year. Yeah, December 25 is a good month.